Welcome to British Car Ranch. I'm pleased that you joined us this morning. We've got a nice tech session set up for you. We intend it to be both fun and informative. And I think I'd like to start off with, there's been some changes and some additions and so forth, not changes so much as additions to the crew. So I'd like to go through and introduce the crew to you. Obviously, we'll start with the most important, and that would be Lori. Lori is the linchpin for the entire organization, and she keeps the wheels on the vehicle moving down the road safely and legally. She's our accountant, CPA, bookkeeper, tax expert, federal rules interpreter, and she also happens to be doing all of our upholstery work up to this point in British Car Ranch. She's also been hanging out with me for 51 years and listening to all my stories and all my downloads at night and in the shop with me side by side. So she knows as much as any mechanic does. So she's a resource for everyone in the shop for questions. Very important, and we surely do appreciate her. Then we have me, Steve Day, and I'm kind of the general manager. I have discovered that there's a point in life where you should pay attention and not crawl under the dash and get twisted up. And you should not be down on the ground on a creeper, crawling around on the ground under a car. So I specialize in logistics now. I also do a little top mechanics where I can be up on top. And I teach and I do the quality control. Then we have Christopher, come on out. Yes. My oldest son, Christopher. 8 years ago, we set out on a plan to have him join us. And the first thing he did was take a 2-year course in auto mechanics. He aced that, came out top in the class. Then he moved his new wife, from North Carolina out to here, and started an apprenticeship to see if he could hack it with his dad in the business. Not only did he hack it, he checked all the boxes. He's fully vested in the corporation now. He knows all the tricks and all the tricks. It's been 6 years that he's been working 8 hours a day, and I couldn't be happier about it. Our plan, we were able to trigger our 8-year plan, which is the transfer of ownership on paper to Christopher. As of January 1st, his name is now on all the official documents. So congratulations, son. I'm very proud of you. Then we have Chasen. And
oh, really? They get to hide your background?
No, they don't. Chasen is a very shy person, and he doesn't like the limelight at all. So this is a very rare treat to get him on camera, almost smiling, and talk about him for just a few seconds. Chasen was in the automotive tech program here at the local college, 2-year program, and he graduated from that, aced it, and we snapped him up as a cleaner and put him to work, and it wasn't very long before he started apprenticing right into the mechanics of the situation. He's progressed dynamically, and in the 3 years he's been here, he's as good as any I've ever seen. He also immediately took a specialization in electricity. It seemed to make sense to him, and he's now doing all of our wiring harness installations and solving all the electrical problems that come up, just as a natural part of his day. He's also learning about the upholstery and working his way towards conquering that. So, thank you for being here. The next one is our newest addition, which is Sully. Sully is also in the 2-year automotive tech program. Come on, get in here. You're okay. It won't bite. And he's in his 2nd year. And we snapped him up a year and a half ago. So he was in his 1st year when we first got him. And he went to cleaning. Then he went to detailing cars, and we discovered that he had a real flair, a knack for turning a car into a jewel, making it absolutely gorgeous. So he's been doing that, and then into the apprenticeship for the mechanics. So currently he's up to 2 hours a day on supervised apprenticeship mechanicking, and then 1 hour a day on the cleaning. So we get to get the shop cleaned up and promote him and get him into more of the mechanical. The plan is he's going to graduate in June from the 2-year program. And at that time, we're going to snap him up and take him full time and make him our 3rd mechanic. So that's going to be exciting. So thank you, Sully. Yes. Then last is Eric, my youngest son, and he's off doing other duties at the moment too, like Lori is. And he just graduated and earned a master's degree in accounting and is working for the largest construction company in the Central Washington right now. And we're very excited about that because we're going to reel him in as our nighttime accountant and transition Lori out of that so she can have a little more free time. So there's the crew. There's what we've got. I've got the best crew in the world. There's hands down, nobody can match it. The chemistry is good. The expertise is good. I love it. I love working with these guys 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. With that has come the maintenance and all of the cars that we see on the floor here today and we'll see. And also restorations have come our way, and we have now got 11 cars committed and signed up for restorations. That's a large amount of work that's also being added to the mix. We decided that actually of those 11, 2 of those cars are in the body shop right now getting the steel and paint work done. 3 of those cars have been painted and completed, and now they're somewhere in the assembly phase. 1 of them is stripped down and ready to go into the body shop. And then the other 5 are waiting their turn to be stripped down and start the process. So with all of that action going on and all of that additional stuff, we needed to make some changes in some of our processes and make it even more efficient. So January 1st, we made some changes, and Lori is going to transition to teach Chasen the upholstery. She's also going to transition Eric into the accounting part of our business. I am going to become the general manager, and I am guaranteed a 25-year renewable contract. I am not going anywhere. They will carry me out the door in a box. I'm going to have my hand in my baby till the day I die. So don't worry about me going anywhere. So my new position will be all of the logistics. I will be scheduling, parts ordering, parts requiring, communication, test driving, assessments, and the quality check that happens before it goes home to you. The purpose of all of that duty is to make sure that the 3 mechanics get a clean shot at working 8 hours a day turning wrenches. And that's where the increased productivity will come from. Christopher is going to move into learning more about rebuilding transmissions and engines. He is going to be in charge of the main room maintenance and repair part of the business. And Sully will be with him working, 2 mechanics working on that part of the business. Christopher will then also be teaching as a matter of course every day. Then Chasen's duties, he has become our restoration specialist. So he will be in charge of taking the car apart, getting it ready for paint. He will be in charge of when the car comes back, assembling it with a meticulous detail. And that will be using his skills in the electrical and the wiring harness and the upholstery. And he will also be a teacher to the other mechanics in the shop. Sully will be graduating From now until June, he'll be trying to increase the number of hours he gets hands-on. In June, he will be converted over to full-time 8 hours a day mechanic, our third mechanic. And then he will also be cross-trained. He's shown an interest in an adaptability to electricity. So Jason is going to share his secrets with him and cross-train him and bring him up. All of this will require a cleaner. So we're going to go out and recruit between now and June and find our next cleaner apprentice. So that's the shop. That's the crew that we've got. Thanks for listening.